Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So you may have heard the news about the Teen Titans TV show. Good news, bad news situation. The bad news is TNT is not moving forward with it. It's completely dead in the water. The good news is that means all those characters are free to be used in the movies and the TV shows. You may have heard me talk during Arrow Season 3 last year about how there was a Felicity Smoak origin story they were telling. It was going to be called Oracle. That was the name of the episode. Warner Brothers then asked them to change the title because they had other plans, quote unquote, other plans for the Oracle character. Nothing else was said, but at the time they were still developing this live-action Teen Titans show. The only characters that they had named for the show, though, were Nightwing, Starfire, and Raven. They hadn't announced the Oracle character, but my assumption was that, they just want to bookmark Barbara Gordon Oracle for the Teen Titans show if it goes forward. So now you understand why certain characters, like Nightwing for example, I know everyone wants Nightwing to show up on Arrow, have not done so already. Because when you listen to all the TV producers, not just the Arrow and Flash producers, but anyone that does a DC TV show, they say that they always have a running list of characters they're allowed to use. If they have big characters they can use, they will totally use them. Like they would totally do Batman in a heartbeat if they could do Batman. But now that TNT has officially passed on the project, all the Teen Titans characters are free to be used wherever Warner Brothers allows them to be used. Now, Cyborg is an old school member of the Teen Titans. He's going to appear in Justice League, and he has a solo movie coming, so they could always work some of the Teen Titans characters into the Cyborg movie. Now, the problem with Nightwing, he'd be like the biggest character you do first, because you already have Batman, Nightwing, Dick Grayson, you get the idea. The problem is that a lot of people think that this dead Robin here is Dick Grayson, and not Jason Todd. If it really does end up being Dick Grayson, then Nightwing is completely off the table. But there's still a whole bunch of other Teen Titans, like you could do Starfire if they want to get cosmic. I don't know if they're ready for it yet. But you have Changeling, Raven, Wonder Girl. Raven is also kind of a problem because you get into these really supernatural things, and they haven't really done that yet in the Zack Snyder movie universe. I think they'll get there eventually though. They're doing Green Lantern stuff, so if they're going to be doing space-based stuff eventually, they're probably going to do supernatural stuff too. It takes them a little while to get there. But for those that are asking, I don't feel like there's going to be any Teen Titans movie anytime soon. If they felt like that franchise was strong enough to sustain a movie, they would have already put it on the books. They've already got so many Justice League solo titles that I don't think they have room for a Teen Titans movie. Maybe after they get through a couple of the Man of Steel sequels. I think once they introduce the Justice League universe, everything is going to change. They'll be much more open to doing bigger movies like this. But just do not expect to hear anything about Teen Titans characters in any of the movies before Justice League. That is a long ways off, which is why they're also probably going to be open to doing some Teen Titans related things on the TV shows. Now maybe not all the characters, like Cyborg, probably just going to be a movie character. They're probably not going to let him on any of the TV shows. Wonder Girl does feel like she would work on Supergirl just because they have a comparable power level. But Changeling, Beast Boy, however you want to think about him, he would work really well on The Flash. They tend to do the more fantastical things. And of course, because they introduced the Deathstroke character on Arrow, you could totally do his family. And really, pending availability for Manu Bennett to come back, I feel like that is the best route to a Teen Titans storyline, even if it's only an arc and they don't do a big season full of Teen Titans stuff. Now rewind all the way back to Arrow Season 2, this is a while ago. They kind of did the Ravager character with Isabel Rochev, but Jericho is still alive in this universe. His son is still alive. Most of you who read the classic Teen Titans stories are probably familiar with the Judas Contract. It's like the most famous Teen Titans storyline of all time. What it was, between issues 42 of the Teen Titans comic and the annual number 3, they did this arc where they revealed the identity of Deathstroke the Terminator as Slade Wilson. It introduced the Jericho character, and it brought Hive crumbling down to its knees. What is the name of the organization of the big bads on Arrow this season? Hive. So naturally, Judas Contract would be an awesome storyline for a future season of Arrow. The only real problem with that is that Manu Bennett just signed on to a new series called the Shannara Chronicles, which is shooting, so if that continues to get picked up, it could be trouble trying to shoot with him. But it would be an awesome storyline to bring Deathstroke to his full potential. For those that haven't read the Teen Titans comics, Deathstroke was just their greatest villain. So anytime you do a big Deathstroke story, it's a good opportunity to do Teen Titans characters. That's why I think Warner Brothers needs to allow Greg Berlanti and his group of producers to use these Teen Titans characters. Now, they don't need every single character that was ever called a Titan. They just need enough so that you could call it a meaningful Teen Titans story. And a Teen Titans TV show would be an awesome replacement for Arrow after Arrow gets done in like season 7 or however many seasons it ends up going. Just a little bit more hardcore, a little bit more comic booky. But it gets even better. Let's throw some more gasoline on this fire. Andrew Kreisberg, who is the executive producer, the showrunner of The Flash, just signed an overall deal with Warner Brothers to develop new television shows for the network. That means that he is looking for new properties to develop, and one of his favorite comic books of all time, next to The Flash, of course, is Teen Titans. So you have a mega producer looking for something to develop, you have a show that's dead at another network, so a bunch of characters are freed up. Just do the math. I feel like they're already having conversations about this behind the scenes. Now that doesn't mean anything's gonna happen, and it's almost too late in the season to do like big arcs with these new characters, so even if they do get the okay from Warner Brothers to use Teen Titans characters, you won't see any of them on Arrow or The Flash until the fall, until like the next season. What about Legends of Tomorrow? Wouldn't they also work really well on that show? That's kind of a different bag because it's so much grander. I feel like that would be a good place to introduce the Starfire character maybe not all the Teen Titans characters. Usually when they introduce new characters on TV shows, it's relative to what that show's genre is. Like The Flash tends to be a little bit more powers-based, so if it's a super powerful character with really awesome comic book powers, it's probably going to happen on The Flash. But if it's a character that's a little more based in crime drama like Nightwing, he's probably going to show up on Arrow, just because that's what that show's all about. So let me know in the comments, where do you want to see these characters show up, and which ones do you want to see in the movies, and which ones do you think that they'll be able to do on the TV shows, and which TV shows do you want them to be on? Just remember that Supergirl is only tangentially connected to Arrow and The Flash, so if a character shows up on Supergirl, it doesn't automatically guarantee that they'd be able to show up on Arrow or Flash. That's still kind of like crossover gray area. Until the kings of the CBS castle give their thumbs up, Supergirl can't go on The Flash. But I do think it'll happen eventually. She actually just won a People's Choice Award, so if you see Supergirl on the street, give her a giant high five. In case you didn't see the Flash video I posted the other day, I mentioned that they're going to be doing special Legends of Tomorrow press this weekend. That'll be my next Arrow Flash related video. They'll probably be dropping a whole bunch of news. And the really awesome thing they just announced, Jewel Staite from Firefly is going to guest star on Legends of Tomorrow as a comic book character. They didn't say which one she's going to be, only that it's going to be science-based. She'll be a scientist. So new round of the Reverse Flash giveaway still going on. All you have to do to enter that is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this video. I'll just announce the winner whenever I post that next Legends of Tomorrow video. So much awesome stuff happening. Yeah, it sucks that Teen Titans is dead, but that just means that they can use the characters on other shows, so do not be bummed out at all. This is good news. While you guys wait for my next video to post, you can click here to learn all about King Shark coming back to The Flash, gonna be a big Arrow crossover, and you can click here for my Daredevil Season 2 teaser trailer. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.